Wait, Hollywood still releases comedies in 2025? I couldn't even tell you the last time I saw a pure comedy in theaters, let alone one that was actually any good, making now a better time than ever to jump back into the genre with yet another remake. Well,
No. Wait.
I hadn't seen the original Naked Gun prior to watching this, so there wasn't as much ill will towards this remake for me, but it's still annoying that the only time we can get a comedy made nowadays is if it's a remake. But all that aside, how does this movie hold up on its own 2 feet? Surprisingly better than I expected.
I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another.
The Naked Gun is a laugh-a-minute kind of movie whose story makes just enough sense to keep you locked in. You'd think having a joke or sight gag every 10 seconds would detract from the effectiveness of the comedy when you're getting constantly hit over the head with joke after joke nonstop, especially if the jokes aren't all that funny, which makes the hit rate in this movie all the more impressive.
This motherfucker don't miss.
I was constantly chuckling and even found myself laughing my ass off in several moments, which I haven't done since watching The Nice Guys damn near 10 years ago. Each joke is well crafted and given time to breathe in between, to the point where even if you don't find this type of humor to be your thing, you aren't going to be outright hating it or be annoyed because of the skill on display. My favorite moments come in the oven cleaning scene, the chili dog fiasco, the Black Eyed Peas joke, all the sight gags, the UFC fight, and of course the brilliant end credits. I actually came up with the perfect pregame drinking activity where you can take a shot every time someone is holding or throwing a coffee cup. You won't last half the movie, I promise. All of this is helped by the fact that every cast member has incredible comedic timing that boosts the punchline substantially. Sure, some jokes don't land all that well, and one of the movie's best bits is an Austin Powers ripoff, but they accomplished the comedy's ultimate goal of making me laugh consistently. While The Naked Gun stands as a well-executed, nicely directed comedy, the work of our lead actors and actresses is what really brings the movie full circle. Liam Neeson was a perfect pick to take up the mantra of Frank Drebin Jr.
Perfection.
His uncanny ability to play every situation as straight as possible with that taken tone of voice perfectly encapsulate what made Leslie Nielsen unforgettable in the role. I like that he doesn't take himself too seriously and is willing to play into how his career has unfolded the last decade and a half in order to make the scenes hit on a surface and meta level. I was utterly stunned at just how good Pamela Anderson is in here. Anderson has gone through a bit of a career renaissance over the last couple of years after a surprisingly heartfelt documentary about her life was released in 2023, and it feels like she has finally shed her status as a sex symbol and can shift her focus onto more challenging and different roles, like we see here. I was surprised just how seamlessly she fit into the genre, showcasing her solid sense of humor, good comedic timing, and, like Neeson, her ability to not take herself too seriously. Her dynamic with Neeson was incredible, selling most of the lesser jokes through their interactions while providing unbelievable chemistry. I wouldn't mind seeing her in more comedic roles in the near future.
Wanna see me run to that mountain and back? You wanna see me do it again?
Danny Houston plays his typical villainous role here, matching the energy of Neeson expertly, making for some of the biggest laughs. Paul Walter Hauser is in this, not that you'd remember a day later.
I forgot you were there. You may go now.
He feels like he's doing a dollar store impersonation of Frank Drebin when there's no need to. Every time we'd cut back to his character without Frank, it felt like a complete waste of time that dragged the movie down. Had he or the director adjusted the performance to feel like their own person, I think he'd have been a great comedic side character. Instead, it just feels like a waste of space.
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing, cuz?
The plot is definitely the weakest element of the movie, but I wouldn't call it flat out bad. The story is constantly in motion and isn't reliant on the jokes landing to keep you distracted from the nonsensicalness going on around them. There are even a couple of slow moments devoted to developing characters so that we care about them outside of the fact that they are funny. Yes, the romantic montage comes into play at a very inopportune time, with Drebin being in a race against the clock to stop the Kingsman church brawl from going on across the city. There are too many callbacks to the original, and the final confrontation feels about as underwhelming as the last season of Game of Thrones. But I can overlook a couple of major low points when the rest of the movie is firing on all cylinders. In a time where it's become damn near illegal to actually be funny, I'm glad to see a return to raunchy comedies that don't give a fuck. Through its superb pacing, comedic landing rate, and lead performances from Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, The Naked Gun is one of 2025's best movies thus far, and far and away one of, if not the funniest movie of the decade.
That was awesome.
And with Scary Movie 6 and Spaceballs 2 coming up, I think we could be in for a bit of a comedy renaissance if they can nail it down like they did here. I never thought I'd be the one to support more remakes, but honestly, I think comedies might be the one genre that can get a pass. The Naked Gun gets a strong 7.5, leaning 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please think about subscribing. It would mean a lot. And stay tuned because I've been working on my biggest project yet, and I think you guys will really like it.